Well, there she is back on the ground. Looking nice and clean. I mean, it's still a little dirty, but as far as the motor and everything, it's all clean. Got that cheap ass niche cylinder in there. I know, it is what it is. Gets me on the road. That wrist pin came in today. And we started from there, put it back together. I also had to do some work on the truck. Had to change out some transmission lines, so we did a little bit of that in between. All I got left to do is fuel tank. Put my new battery in it. So I can give my buddy his battery back. I got to put the exhaust on. And front plastics. And that's it. She's together. I got to get some high temp paint so I can paint that ugly ass rusty exhaust, because everything else got a nice little coat of black. So might as well paint the exhaust up so it's not that one rusty piece sticking out. Oh, and I got to top it off with oil too. I can't be forgetting that. That would be a bad day. So other than that, she's ready to probably ready to run tomorrow. Put a little more time into it. This time I made sure that I took my time going through it. I started probably about 12:30, 1 o'clock in putting this back together. And I just went through nice and slow, so I made sure I didn't forget nothing. Torqued everything down to spec. And even, see, if I hadn't gone nice and slow, then when I put the head on, I realized that I didn't put the washers on. They were still stuck to the other head because this head didn't come with head bolts. So when I took them off of the other head, they were stuck to the head. So had I gotten too deep into that, that would have sucked, having to pull that back apart. But I realized when I was right here getting ready to put the valve cover on, so it was just, I didn't even tighten it down, just pull it off, undo them, put them down, or put the washers in, and then torque it back down to spec. We did have to do a valve adjustment on it. The valves were out of the tolerance. They were definitely needed adjustment. So that's good to go. Carbs in. I need to replace that little piece of cable right there. Got a little fried when we were messing around with it before. But other than that, she's looking fancy. I'm going to get a case protector for it. $40. After dealing with all this, I really don't want to have that chain go through the case. So to spend $40 and get a nice case protector, $49, like $50 or whatever. It's a poly material, so get one of those and put it on there. Paint up that exhaust. One thing I'm going to do once I get it back together and have her running is I'm going to build my own bumper. Not sure what I'm going to do, but we're going to do something fancy. So stay tuned for that. I have to make sure everything's running good. It's been a long time coming. It's been a very irritating process. But I've learned a lot being that deep in a four-wheeler. Learned a lot about how a motor works. Well, anyways, a four-cycle motor. I worked on some lawnmower motors. I've worked on cars most of my life, but I never worked on motorcycle stuff, so learned a lot along this process. I try to share my experience to help others learn what to do and what not to do. Learn certain things to look for. Got limited battery on here, so I'm going to cut this thing off. Probably won't even make it to 5 minutes. At least I can get it saved. I can plug it in, get it loaded, and hopefully soon we'll have some GoPro footage. I got my RV stickers, so we'll be doing some trail riding. It needs all new A-arms, tie rods, and everything. These wheels are out of whack. So once we get it running and we know it's going to run good, then I'll put some money into A-arms and stuff. Fix that front suspension up. So with that being said, I'm going to cut this off. Just wanted to give a little update about how things were going. Maybe tomorrow, if I get it running, I'll throw another update in there, possibly a ride or a nice little riding video in. We'll see. I won't be able to help but ride it once I get it running. So I've got the AMS oil going to put in there. Still got to fill the filter up, prime that thing up. Hopefully it all goes well. We don't have any problems. So 5 minutes. We'll catch you on the flip side.